So you mean to tell me, Twig, you went all the way across the U.S. in one night, bought that keychain, got all the way back here, and is at school? No. No. No.
With you in the middle.
Hey guys, Donutmuncher here, and in today's video, yeah. So it's been a while since I've really talked to you guys face to face without, you know, things. So basically, a lot of us are out of school already or on summer break. Woohoo! It's time to get out all that candy and eat it and sleep in and things. Yeah. Boom. I don't go to the ocean because I hate it. Okay, yay, let's say yay. So, by the title of this video, you guys already know what I am about to talk about. So, I am going to be sharing some school stories with you because I thought it would be really cool for you guys to get to know me, and it would be really fun for me to do things. So, I am really excited to share with you guys some of my stories. So I've been collecting LPS ever since kindergarten, and I would bring them into school. So this one day in kindergarten, so I don't know if I wasn't being careful enough or what happened, but I guess the teacher saw me with my LPS and decided that she would take them away from me. All I could remember was that I was just really upset just thinking about when I'll get them back. I'm pretty sure the LPS was a husky and dragonfly, by the way. So the end of the day comes, and the teacher never gave me my LPS back. She stole my LPS from me. How dare she? How dare you take them from me? Alright? I still miss that husky to this day, okay? To this day, I miss that husky and dragonfly, alright? She stole them from me and she never gave them back. So, story number 2. This happened in, I think it was 2nd or 3rd grade. I don't really remember. But for people who don't know, me and my family love going to San Diego with my grandpa and grandma and to California. And this one time, I got this really cute keychain on my book bag. And if you don't know, alright, I was the keychain master. I kept all of those keychains on my book bag and I collected them all. You guys, while you guys collected Pokemon, I collected keychains. Alright. Anyway, I had a bunch of keychains, and my favorite one was this purple dolphin that said San Diego with my initials on it. Alright, this is important. With my initials on. And so what happens is that I go to class with my book bag and everything. So, I love that keychain. I really don't know why. I also don't really remember what we were talking about that day. It was just kind of confusing. But I do bet it was something having to do with math, because it was in my math class. So, this girl, I don't know if she was my friend or not. We weren't really that close, but she kind of followed me around and acted like my friend, but she wasn't. We'll call her... Twig. Yeah, Twig. So anyway, I think it was lunchtime or at the end of the day. We all went to our book bag. And then I noticed my keychain was gone. I was like, oh my god, what happened? Where did it go? And I started looking everywhere, and then I notice it's on Twig's bag. This immediately gets me all fired up, but I didn't yell at her. I just said,
Yo, That's my keychain. Can I have it back, please? And
she was all like,
me and my family went to San Diego last night, and we got it, so...
So you mean to tell me, Twig, you went all the way across the U.S. in one night, bought that keychain, got all the way back here, and is at school? No. 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 So I don't remember if I think I argued with her for a little bit, and then I went to go tell the teacher because she wouldn't give me it back, that little... And you know what this girl does? She gets tired of me arguing and doesn't want to get in trouble, so she grabs the keychain, she throws it in a desk, reaches back in there, and was like,
"Oh, guys, it's fine. It was here the whole time."
Alright, I can't tell you how mad that story just made me. It just it got on my nerves. So this story happened in like 4th grade. Was it 4th grade? Yeah, it was 4th grade. So I don't know if it was like Bring Your Child to Work Day or what it was, but we'll call my teacher Mrs. Flufflepuff. Yeah, Mrs. Flufflepuff. She was probably my favorite teacher. She gave us candy like almost every day. She was really, really nice, and she made learning like really fun for us. So she was probably one of my favorite teachers. Shout out to Mrs. Flufflepuff. Don't worry, guys, that's not her real name. So yeah, this one day of class, she has like these 2 girls, and she brought one of her girls to school, I guess. Her kid must have been at least like 15 or 16 or something. But for some reason, my teacher decided and had the brilliant idea.
Let's go outside and play some soccer.
But for people who don't know, I'm not good at any sports. The only sports that I am good at are probably like volleyball, running, skateboarding, throwing a baseball or softball. I'm not very good at soccer. But apparently our teacher decided let's use a kickball instead of a real soccer ball. Yeah, that was not a good idea. And you know, of course, being me, I decided that I would be the goalie because hopefully the other team sucked and they just kept on scoring over there. But her daughter comes over with the kickball and kicks it right in my face. But you know that moment in time where you just sit there and you just kind of feel like this was a mistake. I screwed up. So of course everyone runs over and makes sure that I'm okay and everything, and welp, almost crying. I'm like,
"Oh yeah, I'm okay."
'Cause the beast that I am. And we keep playing. But we never played after that day again. So, this story was about, I think it was 5th grade, and we had a substitute. Now, normally, you just you walk into class thinking it's gonna be a horrible normal day. Then you walk in and boom! It's a sub. Yeah, today's gonna be a great day. Yeah, well that didn't happen at my school. Whenever we did have subs, they were meaner than our normal teachers, so they kind of sucked. But one time, we had this guy teacher, and he was pretty cool. We'll call him Mr. Beanstalk. Yeah, he was a pretty tall guy. So I don't know if this guy had like ADD or ADHD or what it was. So he was teaching class like he normally should, and then just for some reason he just got super hyped. And what he does is that he jumps on the table, he grabs an expo marker, and then he just starts writing on the TV. We all just kind of laughed. We didn't really question him. He kind of just started writing math equations, even though it wasn't really math class, I don't think. And, you know, we all just kind of laughed like, what's this guy doing here? And Mr. Beanstalk, he kind of raised his voice, and got all excited and then kept on writing on the board math equations. No one really questioned. And, yeah, we never really had him as a sub after that. Story. I'm not really sure when it happened. It might have been like 3rd or 4th grade. It might have even been 2nd. I don't really remember. But me and my friends were playing tag. And I guess while I was running after her, I tripped over her heels. I face planted and my face dragged on the ground. My friend kind of staggered a little bit, but then she realized that I fell and helped me up and asked if I was okay. And then she probably saw the most horrifying thing on my face possible. My chin was hanging down. But I guess it was pretty bloody and horrifying, so a bunch of other friends came over. And then they all helped me to go to the teacher. Once we made it to the teacher was like,
oh my gosh, well, go take her to the nurse's office.
So that's what they did. So she gets the nurse, and the nurse kind of just slaps a band-aid on there and waits till my mom gets me. So I'm kind of just sitting there with this chin, and I don't even know what it looks like because nobody's letting me look at it, but I'm really worried. And I got stitches. Eventually, we went to the doctor's office and we got stitches, and I still have the scar to prove it that is on my chin. So this story was probably in 1st grade, and I had trouble tying my shoes. And, yeah, I had trouble tying my shoes. And we'll call this teacher Female Dog. Mrs. Female Dog. She was my music teacher, and she wasn't very nice. I feel like years of having recorders, those horrible, horrible recorders played in your ears, does something to a person. So I really wanted my shoes tied when she was like teaching or whatever, and I went up to her and I asked her,
Can you tie my shoes for me?
She proceeds to tie my shoes, but do you know what she says to me? Do you know what Mrs. Female Dog says to me?
Do you know what you're going to be doing this summer? No. What will I be doing?
And I will never forget what this teacher says to me.
Practicing tying your shoes!
And then I went and sat down. I think the only kids that liked this teacher were probably teachers' pets. We all know those students. Yeah, we see you, teachers' pets, alright? I was never a teacher's pet. For some reason, all of my teachers didn't like me. All except for Mrs. Flufflepuff. She was a very nice teacher. Don't worry, guys, it's not her real name. Let's just hope that none of these teachers or classmates watch my videos, because one of them might be offended. Frick.